Okay, here we are. Round 7 in Triple Crown Series. We're here at Deschambault sand track. It's not as sandy as Gopher Dunes by any means, but it's got to have some soft stuff. What that does mean is I am not on my bike. I am on a borrowed bike. I went over and talked to Christian from Dirt Care, and he was sitting with the group, and they had an electric assist sitting there, so I thought, what are the chances I could take that? So anyway, here we go. We're going to do it on the electric assist because there are some big hills on the far end, and it's pretty much going to be tricky to pedal, kind of like what Sandalee was like to pedal on my regular bike. So here we go. We're going to give it a go. Bike's a little small for me, but whatever. If you can see my shadow. So yeah, here we go. So first off, I guess we talked about, we had a pretty exciting day. We talk about Ev Brodeur back, retired, working full-time, occupational therapist, crashed, landed on Hannah Cole was down on the Tim Tremblay ski jump on the far end here. We'll be there in a while. So she didn't get a lap in, so she had far outside gate pick. Hannah had to pick the inside, so that was a tough start for them. KTM crew showed up in a helicopter. Check out this. This is the start straight. So I mean, picture that. You come flying up 40 bikes coming into that full speed after around that sweeper. Always scares me, but I'm always surprised there are so few incidents, because I mean, it's so high speed, and you're just coming along here and guys just want to scrub, right? So it's man, there's that kid. I took a video of Creighton Dillon actually pre-jumping that little hold there. I'll see if maybe I'll post that up there this week. But oh yeah, electric assist, the way to go. So anyway, we're coming up to the little S-bend that was where used to be the finish line, the pro finish line. Well, check that out. Look at those braking bumps there coming into that. Pretty wild. I'm going to take the braking bumps just because I am on this electric assist. There we go. And I'm going to try to take the inside here. So here we go. We'll go way inside. Oh, we're going to go farther in. Look at how deep that is. Oh, look what I just did. Can you see how deep that is? Well, that is, well, you can see my shadow. I am in, like I'm up, it's wheel deep. I'm on a 29er. It is 29 inches deep. So that's pretty wild. And on the other side here, guys, I'm going to go over here just to show you what people were doing. They would come and take this line, and they come flying in here, and you can see that kicker right there. Well, they would hit that, and then most of them would be sitting down, so it would either almost put you over the bars. Sebastian Racine was actually kind of using it, and he'd land right in there and just kind of land almost right into the next corner. So that was pretty impressive watching how he was doing that. All right, so then here's it used to be the last corner right before the finish line. Not anymore. So then this section too, I know if I were racing, this would scare the heck out of me too. Again, high speed. Talk about fans. The place was lined. I mean, if you look at the videos that we're going to be posting, it was full. The place was full. It was incredible. The fences were lined around the entire track, not just one little area. I need to take a look here. You know what? I'm gonna miss that, but I'm gonna go around the outside here. But yeah, so you just come in out and you got to double up over this through those, well, triple actually. You can kind of land up here, or if you had the speed and the ability, you'd land coming down over here. Oh, nice ruts up the faces here, but not not foot peg deep on the faces. So that's the bonus. But you can see here, I just did my walk and talk, and a lot of people were talking how it kind of funnels. It looks nice and wide, but it ends up funneling into one decent line. As you can see, I'm assuming I'm on it here. And I also wouldn't like this either, because you're still in the corner when you launch off the Tim Tremblay ski jump here. This is where Tim had a bad crash, and this is where yeah, that's a high-speed crash. This is where Hannah Cole went off on that first lap, crashed down there. Ev Brodeur went down and crashed into her, and man, Ev has a black eye. We interviewed her in our walk and talk too. So I'm going to kind of scope up my lines here. Where do you think I should go here? You see anything? Yeah, again, every time somebody watches this, it doesn't look like they're deep, but trust me, those ruts down there are deep. So heading down this big hill after what I'm calling the Tim Tremblay. He seemed to get a kick out of it too, the Tim Tremblay ski jump. So I'll kind of take this rut right here. Okay, no, not too bad. I can still pedal. No, I can't. Yeah, I can. So here's a hill that I would not make on my bike, and I don't even know if I'll make it on this bike. We're going to give it a go. Here we go. Let's pedal down. Come on, bike. Come on, electric assist. Nope, not going to make it. So check that gully out. But the views here are fantastic. You gotta love the layout of this track. A little bit, for me, it's a little bit high speed. I mean, there always seem to be some injuries here, you know. It is an exciting track. With that comes some injuries. We're not playing baseball here, folks. We are racing motocross, so things are going to happen. And there's a section here that a lot of people don't really see, right? Because it kind of happens out of sight, down into the far corner here. But a nice little sweeper here. Nice spot for some passing opportunities. You can see two good lines here for sure. But now we're as far away as you can get on the track. And really see the work they did to this the facility over here. A new bridge, a new kind of hangout, new VIP section. So yeah, here is the farthest you're gonna get. You can see the rest of it over there. Again, I didn't make it over here during the racing either. Now look at now this is high speed too. Like picture just grabbing gears, right? And you're just heading down this long straightaway into these ruts. They're so high, they're caving over at the top, right? So look at that. Right, so here we are heading to the new stuff they've added to the track here. But look at this, that's foot peg deep right there. And then down there's the new, they always had that Red Bull section, but they added this bridge so spectators can kind of walk down the edge and get to it. Yeah, so look at the facility though. Check out the layout. Deschambault, and we're just about 40 minutes west of, bit of a thunderhead coming that way. I better pick this up. That looks like it's coming this way, or is that smoke? I don't know what that is. But anyway, yeah, we're just west of Quebec City. So a lot of people who are here for the first time will stay in Quebec City just so they can get a taste of what it's like. It's pretty cool. You go into old Quebec, it's like you're in Europe. So that's always cool. I do it when, if Emily's with me, but she's not, so I just stayed around the corner. But here too, this is it's pretty sketchy too, because so now we're starting a downhill, braking bumps, and this isn't the downhill. It is a bit of a downhill, but just wait. You come up here, you got to go down there. Look at those braking bumps. There is no rhyme or reason to those. And you got to slam down there and then go up another hill. They actually, because of the rain we got, this was closed. This was marked off yesterday, so we didn't ride this on the last day of amateur day. I should mention that too. Yeah, the ECAN finished up, man. Record crowds, 850 some odd entries, so that was a record up from last year's record, so that's cool to see. People getting behind the ECAN. Now the only thing left is the Trans Can. That's what all these nationals are aiming at. So there, I just kind of really over brake coming down there. I don't really know where I want to go here. I'm going to try this inside, but not too bad. I'll try to stay up here. Drop into it, boom. And then we try to go up. I am not going to make that. All right, so look at this. Real moto here, folks. Old school. I'm already out. Oh, yeah, and that's, again, looks like nothing. That is foot peg pedal deep right there. Sorry, we're facing straight into the sunlight there. Oh man, this bike's heavy to push. Probably could have done the same thing on my Scott Spark non-electric assist, but whatever. Now we come up here to this right-hander. And you can see, now check this, look at the little rush. Just kind of perfect, isn't it? Down there again. So I'm going to get on the back brake here, see if I can't make it up this next hill. Grab a gear or two, and now you can kind of fly up here. I think, certainly I was over here in the morning taking some photos because of the way the sunlight is. Most riders kind of take that inside, but you can really sweep around here and hold your speed. Right, see there's options lines again, right? So you got the jump in the inside or the longer distance sweeper on the outside. Out here. All right, nice little step up here into a tight right-hander. By the way, it's still pretty warm. Humidity's still pretty high, so I'm not exactly dressed properly. Wearing some long cotton shorts and a cotton t-shirt. But yeah, then you kind of come slamming in here. A lot of guys I noticed were going wide here in the second motos just because they wanted to swing and then be able to carry their speed through here into this next section. But I think the hotline was in the inside, but maybe they're also trying to avoid this rut, but that's not too bad. It's big on the outside, but the inside's manageable. I'm just scuffing the pedals on this thing like crazy. Yeah, this is all deep here, so obviously nobody's in here. But look at these kickers. Right, so these are the things like Phil Nicoletti was talking about. Back is just so sore because you're still sitting down. If you don't get standing up soon enough, you're hitting these sitting down, right? And speaking of which, it's kind of exactly what Sam Gaynor did, the number 28 AVL Husqvarna rider. He hit something early in the day, and I'm parked right beside them. And it's kind of funny, I saw Jeff Gaynor, his dad, talking with him before heading over to the line. He said, listen, if you can get on this, you can race. If you can't get on your bike, you are not racing. So man, I tell you, Sam is one tough guy. He could barely get his leg over the bike, but he did it. He forced it over, but he ended up pulling out kind of midway through the second moto. Just he's gonna get his back checked out. I'm sure when he shows up, they'll think he's there for his wrist, but they'll be, nope, I'm here for my back right now. Hopefully it's just soft tissue, you know, just kind of jammed his back. But anyway, you can kind of see the options here. In the morning, guys were just holding it like third gear pinned around out here. But looks like that changed. Guys are hitting the inside, and it's kind of hooked up berm there. Oh, there's again more of those square edgers. And you come up into here, and you're kind of welcomed by all the fans again. That's a little sparse in that area, of course. It's a long way to go, but over here, man, lots of fans. Certainly cheering on Kevin Benoit, I'll tell you what. Did I mention Kevin took the overall? Kevin Benoit comes back, ran the number 1 plate here in front of his home crowd. Ended up 1-2. Sebastian Racine ended up 2nd. And guess what? Preston Kilroy clinched the title. He just had to do what he had to do. He went two distant 3 to take the title. So that was pretty cool. The MS101 guys celebrated that. Celebrated Sebastian Racine's Moto 2 win. So that's all pretty cool, pretty good day for them. Okay, now you come in here. This is where I like to get the nice shots. I stand down at the bottom of the hill, and you look this way, and as they jump over, it's just full of people. That the big podium thing of the multi-level structure back there is full, so it's kind of neat shots. But look at the braking bumps if you want to take that inside. Do I dare? Why not, eh? Let's take the inside. So yeah, look at these things. Whoa, I should probably have gone way more inside. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad, but that rut just keeps going. I'll cut out of it here. And then you go up over this. Oh, look at that square edge. Oh, right there. Up and over this. And you kind of jump down into the gully. This is where Joey Crown, it was cool to see Joey Crown show up on a 2-stroke. He crashed here, and I think he ended up down in here somewhere. When I saw him, they were trying to get his bike back underneath him right here. But this, again, options. You go on the inside, I believe where most guys were going. But you have to kind of drop in because they put a little bit of a bump here. Look at some rolling speed here. And we are closing in on the big infamous double. You can see it right over there behind that cement. But yeah, so now we're over here. I came down here, did some wide angle shots here so you can kind of get a sense of just how big that jump is. I'll kind of pull over here and show you. But yeah, look at all these, look at the braking bumps, amazing. That's a good motocross track if you ask me right there. Yeah, so right here, that's it right there. Take off there, land over there, right? Now, unfortunately, I got to mention this. It claimed someone else. I claimed Michael De Silva at minimum. Anyway, I'm not sure. I didn't hear of anyone else. But Michael De Silva looks like it's a three bone break in his leg, a tib fib, and something else. So he's waiting on a surgeon in Quebec City, I'm assuming, to get that some surgery. So tough one for Michael De Silva. But yeah, so look at this little step up double here. I think I can get up the left side here. Grab another gear. There we go. Let's go. Yep. I need a paddle tire. But yeah, so this, again, that's trickier than it looks too, right? The guys make it look easy, but they try to land in here, and you got to drop right down to the seat, make a right. You can stay way inside. I didn't know that was there. Most people were out. I don't know. I guess people were taking advantage of that. And now here is the run, and this is where Bobby Gravel crashed. So, Bobby, buddy, we're thinking of you. Hope you get better really soon. He's in a hospital in Quebec City. He went off here, and the good guys, you either kind of pre-jump and land going down, or you scrub. And Bobby tried to scrub. The back end got, caught. I'm not sure which side he ended up on, but he flew, landed, and they've got him in an induced coma. They're happy with what they're seeing so far, but anyway, I don't want to say too much, obviously, for the family, and I don't have any answers. So anyway, Bobby, we're thinking about you. His little brother, Tyler Gravel, raced all week in the number 700. He wore his gear, so that was pretty touching. Nice to see that. But you take a look at this, the approach. And what happens, this is also Ayrton Pomeroy, intermediate rider. He wasn't able to do his normal line. He moved over to another one, and it was much softer. So it obviously stopped him, well, stopped him, but slowed him down. And he ended up kind of messing up his wrist and shoulder. So he'll go home and make sure, get that wrist checked out to make sure nothing is broken, like a scaphoid or something. But there's, most people obviously would land right here and then just kind of cruise. Or you get yourself some air time. Tommy Dallaire was throwing oppos over this late in the second moto, so that was pretty wild to see. Not sure if I caught it. I hope I did. And then you come up here. This is where I was getting all the first lap video. I stood right here, and there's this tree right here in the track. That's maybe not great, but and up here, and this again, just lined with fans. Just amazing to see. This was great. Oh, it's nice. But look at that. I would say it's kind of perfect amount of sand. You know what I mean? It's sandy, but it's not Gopher Dune sand, right? Where it just okay. Now you can see here. And again, just full of people all along there, because I was walking through there and it's just full of people. Really great to see. Then you come up here and we are getting close to the finish. Up here you land, say hello to the crowd. We're going to take this line here. And now this is also where Lars Van Berkel, I talked to them in the walk and talk. Lars was coming in here. Tanner Ward was trying to pass him on the outside. There's contact. Tanner has a mark cut in his pinky. Pushed him. There were no markers. So I mean, if you look at this, I mean, obviously that's kind of the outline of the track, but then there's banners over there. So I mean, what is the outline of the track, right? And you kind of see where the line is to the finish. So I mean, there's an argument both ways. But anyway, Tanner ended up here. Actually, that's his track right there, I believe, where he went up. Right there. Made the pass for third, but they gave it back to Lars Van Berkel. Tanner's not too thrilled about that, of course. He was the points leader. He is no longer the points leader. Jess Pettis and Phil Nicoletti tied in points today. And yeah, so Phil will have the red plate. Preston Kilroy is your 250 champion. We've only got 2 motos left to go and the Transcan. So things are not over yet, but we're getting close. And here we go up here, and that is the finish line right there. So that's the end of it, but we haven't met up with where the track meets, so we got to do it all. So we'll go down here. And man, am I ever glad I used this bike though. I'm gonna go wide here too, because I don't like the look of that rut on a bicycle. So you come out here and you back up to the first turn, and there's the mechanics area. Head through here. Tracks meet up right here. That is a lap of MX Deschambault. So again, kudos to Jacob and Daniel, man. Just, the T-Bows put on a heck of a show. Had a great time here. They treat me very well. I get to park like right here, so I'm able to get to my van and get updates and everything right away as they happen. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks to the guys over there. Thanks to Christian there at Dirt Care for lending me this bike. Much easier, made it actually kind of fun. And man, we only have one more round left. Good luck to every Canadian and everyone who's down at Loretta's next week. And good luck to everybody. We'll see you at the Transcan next. Thanks for watching. This has been a mountain bike lap of Motocross Deschambault.